Rightio, here we go. We're back here at the sweat box. We thought we'd give them a little bit of a look over. I don't know if you remember, but we actually transferred them from the top to the bottom. So they've got rid of, well, we'll have a look to see what happened to their old comb and see whether they've decided to migrate downstairs. And then, yeah, we'll decide whether that's a good idea or not in about 10 minutes' time. But I think, being that the cameraman's a little soft, we might go and get a bee suit on. Oh, I just noticed I got no metho in my honey-riddled boot. Look at this crap. Blooming heck. Was that honey or sugar? I think that was sugar, wasn't it? Oh, anyway, I found myself a bit of, what's this? Ultra 2040. Hopefully that's flammable. Oh. If I blow myself up, it'll be all over bar the shouting, won't it? See if we've got a little knob on it. That shit ought to burn, shouldn't it? It's not, hang on. I might do it over there. Maybe not. Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Now we're off. Toot toot. That might be just a little bit too enthusiastic. Perhaps we've done too good a job. Put it like that, I'd have a torch for a cave. I could be Tomb Raider. Whew. I'm not as hot though. Good golly, Miss Molly. Don't do that at home. Here we go. Righty-o, cheeky babes. We're talking to the she's country lady on the ABC yesterday, and she says, so what are the girls doing at the moment? And I said, oh well, they're all just sitting around having tea and coffee and trying to keep each other warm. And she goes, oh, interesting. What do they use for a kettle? And I'm like going, no, actually, they're just, anyway. And you get to a certain point, you know, when you say stupid shit, you get to a certain point and you go, oh, well, there's no way out of this, though. Anyway, then John chipped in and just said, no, well, they make a little ball and they all cuddle up and keep each other warm. So that's what they'll be doing in here. They'll all be having a little snuggle, rubbing up against each other. Go, they will just pop their lid off. Right, let's have a look what we've got. It's a little bit high, my stand, my barbecue stand. So that was our frame that with the sweat box that we cut out, remember? So the ladies have moved downstairs, I reckon. Because we shook them underneath the queen excluder, if you remember rightly. Let's have a look at a couple more and see what they're doing. If I can find one that's still got some rubber. Oh, now this is why you want to get rid of the old comb, because it ends up a little bit yuck. So, looks like they've cleaned it all up pretty good. I reckon we'll just pop this top box off and see what excitement we create. We'll try not to upset too many people under here, because they were a little bit angry when we put them in here, but that could have been they had a lot of disturbances going on. So, oh, look at that. That's looking good. I reckon that old comb's destined for the saucepan, I reckon. Wonder if we call that sweatbox wax. Anyway, doesn't matter. It'll all just end up mixed together. The weather's not ideal for this project, but anyway, we're in the shed, so it's all good. Ooh, they are a bit towy. Let's see what they're doing. They all look like they've moved down here pretty good. We'll just take this, because it looks like they've made their little nest here. And there's not much going on over this side, so we'll get rid of these bits. Maybe we will. Leave them up a bit. Get this one out. So make ourselves a bit of room. Little brutes. Oh, so much for being gentle. Come on, behave. That's me. Right, here we go. Okay. Skooky doke. I made a bit of puke this here to clean it all, hold it all together. We'll just throw that over there for a minute. We'll just pop this next one along because the brood box is just here. So they've only made a little nest in this part, so that's just okay. Well, they've got a bit of honey anyway, that's something. So they've got a bit of food for the winter. Cool, so there's a little bit of honey. The next one along's got a little bit more. So we'll just see if we can find some where the eggs are. Hopefully we don't find anything nasty after all this work. That'll really suck, wouldn't it? Looks like honey coming on to me. Wonder where the babies are. It's alright, ladies. Won't mean you any harm. They're a bit keen sticking stuff together, this lot. Oh, here's a bit of brood going on. Just have a look the other side, see if she's here. I wouldn't mind seeing her. We'll just shake them off a bit so we can see the brood a bit. See if they get really upset. Oh, that's a nice pattern. She's doing a good job. If you don't sting me, you might get to be a keeper, you lot. Rightio, we'll just keep moving along, see what we can find. That looked pretty good though. Getting a little bit excited. Where are you, Your Majesty? Are you on here somewhere? Yeah, that looks good too, man. What does it look like the other side? Looking good your side? Yeah, another nice pattern. For this time of year, she's done a good job. Oh, there she is. There's the boss. Yeah, you don't want to kill the boss at this time of year because they can't even make another one. Well, if they could make, well, sorry, I should say they can make another queen, but it's very unlikely that there'll be any drones out for her to breed with. So this time of year, you want to be very careful about what's going on in your box. So we're just having a bit of a perusal so as you can see this excitement. But I reckon that's worked quite successfully. She's happily moved down onto the nice frames and they're all nice and neat. Got a nice bit of honey going on for a bit of insulation. Just have a look at this last one. And we'll take our super away and get rid of that. So they got a bit of food on board, so they should be good. Oh, we'll pop them back together. Slide everybody back into place. I mean, if I was to have any criticism, I'd say they're a little bit bridgy. But heck, I reckon that's pretty jolly good. I think they might be keepers, this little bloodline. In case you don't know what bridging is, when they fill in the gaps at the top here. So they're filling in the gap at the top of the box, or the top of the frames, rather than just leaving them open. But anyway, that's not as annoying as when they build into the roof, because some girls love building into the roof space. But this should be good. So I reckon we won't put the super back, so we'll take that away. We'll just pop our lid on, and then they can start afresh. Well, I think that's very successful, because I was talking to another beekeeper dude the other day who does cutouts, and he basically just rattles all the bees off and let them start fresh. But the reason I bring the comb along is because sometimes I think, well, you know, maybe if the queen didn't come, or she got hurt, or I don't know, the girls get excited and kick her out, at least they've still got the blooming eggs and the whole larvae, and then they can raise a new queen, so you don't lose the genetics of the queens that you're going with, or this particular box that you're going with. So anyway, that's why I do it. But it's, you know, everyone to their own.